Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. I'm going to do something just a little different tonight for you guys. Some of you know I'm from the Adirondack Mountains, upstate New York. The Animal Planet filmed a TV show called Finding Bigfoot in my area. Well, just the other day, there was another Bigfoot sighting. The thumbnail that is above is from that sighting. Now I'm going to read to you the article of our local newspaper. Like I said, it's something different. Before I share this with you, a couple links I'd like to share as well. I'm a commercial-free channel, so I rely on my PayPal, Patreon, and merch links to support this channel. Also, I have a second channel, and that link is in the description as well. That's just for creepypasta, fan fiction, and scary voice acting. If that's anything that you're into, follow that link and listen to some of those stories. I also am going to be putting up a new story very shortly on that channel. And with that, guys, let's get on with this encounter, shall we? Whitehall, New York. A driver witnessed a 6-foot to 6.5-foot black creature off of Route 4 Tuesday night around 10:10 p.m. Investigator Paul Bartholomew said, which coincides with historic trends in the area. Often phrased as Bigfoot, the mythical creature has been spotted here and there, although the recent spotting was only half a mile from September 2006 spotting. Most sightings, Bartholomew said, are in the late summer and early fall. This is actually a very typical type of sighting, Bartholomew explains. It's called a road crossing sighting. He said the witness, who preferred not to be named because of possible ridicule, contacted him within 18 hours and they returned to the location to do castings on the marks. The witness described the animal as a large, black outline with 2 legs, wide shoulders, and little to no neck. It was stepping over the guardrail. Bigfoot, or also named Sasquatch, has been iconic in Whitehall. In July, the village of Whitehall announced Bigfoot as its official animal, the Times-Union reported. Bartholomew wants the stigma around reporting a Bigfoot sighting to change. To benefit the documentation of the hidden creature, he said, spotters should feel comfortable, not fear of criticism, to report it. He noted a former Whitehall police officer who requested not to have his name released for 22 years in fear of being known as the Bigfoot cop. We are trying to see if anybody else has similar sightings, he said. We try to document what's going on here as thoroughly as possible. So now that the word is out there, when people have sightings or strange smells that comes with it, they will know who to contact. The cast for Tuesday's sightings had its feet measured at 10 to 12 inches long and probably around 5 inches across. This is rich history, a rich legend here, Bartholomew said. It is an interesting area, adopted a topic. Maybe in years past I wouldn't have gotten this sighting so quickly. There is also a Sasquatch Calling Festival in Whitehall, September 29th, 2018. During this newspaper article, there was mention of a police officer some years ago. Here is that police officer's report. 1977, Whitehall, New York, police officer chases Bigfoot. Officer Delano Baroob was running a radar speed trap along Ryder Road about a mile south of Tub Mountain near Whitehall, New York. It was early morning and there was not much traffic. Officer Baroob had his window cracked as there was a light rain falling. That is when I first heard the screaming. Baroob, now retired, told a table of Sasquatch hunters at a recent convention. Sounded like a wild animal and one of those ladies in the horror pictures. I shut off the engine to get a better bead on the direction of the screams, and that's when I was about ready to radio it in, when the bushes a few feet from the cruiser shook like it was a terrible winter storm, unnatural-like, especially since there was hardly a breeze that morning. I turned on my headlights, and that must have startled it, because from out of the bush stepped right onto the road this 8-foot tall, hairy creature. The life I led flashed before my eyes as we locked gazes. It was pure evil. I could feel the chilly soul in that hungry gaze. If you remember, I had switched off the cruiser, which I realized when the beast started towards me. In a pure moment of training, I flipped on the overhead cherries and siren. The Bigfoot stopped dead in the road. It threw its hands over its ears, then turned its left shoulder down, just like a running back would the moment of a handoff. I knew it planned on ramming right into the cruiser, but its pause was long enough for me to start the car and throw her in drive. I peeled out, just as the creature was about to ram its shoulder into the hood. I took an evasive maneuver, and the damn thing hit the side of the car instead, banging it up real good. I had to replace the door, in fact. I half expected the car to flip, but I kept going. The creature took chase. It was fast enough to stay about 3 car lengths behind me, grunting and growling the whole time. It finally broke off when I crossed over Wood Creek. The damn thing just stopped and screeched bloody murder. So there you have it, guys. Exactly 33 miles from the place where I sit was where that encounter had happened. I just messaged Mr. Bartholomew and requested an interview with him, hopefully to get some more answers. I will share them as soon as I get those. Hopefully I get them soon. So that's where I live. I've had my own dog man encounters here. Sasquatch lives here, and about an hour north of me is Champ, which is the monster that lives in Lake Champlain. Supposedly a plesiosaur, kind of like the Loch Ness monster. That's where I call home, guys. Home of the cryptids. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this short but educational video. Have a nice night, guys.